Hi, welcome to Inspired and Ignited. Here, we encourage you to take your gifts, talents, and life experience and create them into moments of increase and success. We are super excited to have you join us today, and I am excited for our guest, Hope LeNoir. Thank you, Hope, for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Absolutely. Well, we surely are excited to have you. And just to give you guys a little background and history, you know how we do. To share a little bit about Hope, she is the founder of Rise and Fly LLC. With more than 20 years of industry experience, Hope serves as a global expert career and leadership consultant, inspirational speaker, and an award-winning, internationally read author of Workday Catalyst. Her 3 books are filled with professional tips, inspiration, and real-life career stories that professionals actually use and see results. As an expert career and leadership coach, her clients include professionals across the globe, including those in London and across the US, with a focus on connecting professional and spiritual purpose to get the right people in the right places with an advanced use of skills and satisfaction. I'm super excited to have Hope here as she has been captivating. She's a captivating speaker who empowers thousands of audience members to build their skills and disrupt their industry. Hope is also certified diversity executive and double international Stevie Award winner who views entrepreneurship as a customized way to transform the professional world by solving huge core career issues. So thank you, Hope, for joining us here at Inspire and Ignite. And I know just by reading that, our guests are super excited to hear from you, as am I. So if you could just take a moment, tell us more about what you do.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I love the way you introduced me. That is empowering. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. So what I do actually is I help support professionals who are not sure they're in the right place. So these aren't people that are necessarily looking for a new career or need help with their resume. I just feel like I'm not in the right place, or I don't feel fulfilled in my role.
Yes.
So I'm that consultant that helps professionals find the right place for them. And that's in supporting what their purpose is in their career. I used to do one-on-one coaching. Now I've moved more of group coaching. Okay. So when I say supporting professionals, it's a group of colleagues, a group of friends, or corporations, companies, nonprofit organizations. They get a group and say, okay, we're looking at our talent. Do we have the right people in the right places? And these are organizations that care. These are not organizations that say, all right, we just need to hire somebody to fill this position. These are organizations that know when their talent is happy and they're in the right place, the business is gonna boom. So that's what I'm here for. Knowing that too, that, most of the time, what our concerns are as employees is, I don't feel fulfilled, or am I really doing the right job? Which should be, am I in the right career? Right. And so helping to solve that problem or give some resolve to what that is, it goes a long way. It goes a long way.
And I would imagine that it does. Coming from an HR background myself, I have seen where when people are fulfilled in the workplace, they have longevity. And especially in today's age where we know we're in the great resignation stage, right?
Yes.
I can imagine that your role is crucial in what you do in even helping companies with longevity.
Yeah, because you know how much it costs for a business to lose an employee, then hire another one and get them onboarded and all that good stuff. But also just to know that you have all that knowledge that's left too, that you have to get back. So that's a huge business issue or challenge. It could be, again, if you don't have people fulfilled. But you're right, if you're fulfilled, it not only allows you or empowers you to work better. I don't want to say harder or more, it's better. And it's also mentally better, but it's also physically better, because a lot of times what we don't know, also from a business perspective, when we're thinking about the health of talent, is if they're not fulfilled, it could really take a health toll And so research has reported and over again that if a person feels like they're not operating in their purpose, that's going to affect them in their health.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's huge. And it was, when I realized, okay, this is what my professional purpose is. And it's not about finding your spiritual purpose or chasing after your spiritual purpose. And then when you go to work, you do something totally different. That's where the hiccup lies and the challenge. That's something that I'm here to do things differently. Are you operating in your purpose in your career? And that's going to help your life overall. So you see, Nicole, I'm excited. I talk a lot about this. I love it. I love to see people find it and enjoy it and know that this is why they're here. So I'm going to stop because I know you.
No, absolutely. I mean, you are giving us gold nuggets right now. So I'm like, don't stop. No, that leads me to a great question that I see, especially in this environment in which we do work with those that are in a place of transition. We are very much so spiritually based here. This is a faith-based community. And so often I hear people say, how on earth do I connect with my purpose? How do I even know what my purpose is? What would you say to those?
There are a lot of ways because we all embrace it differently, right? And just like learning, where some people are visual, some people are textual, some people, it's, accepting your purpose. It's not really about finding because it's always there. You were given that purpose at birth. It's about embracing what that is. So I do have a book and it's called Rush. It's in the process of coming to its second edition because there's more that people want to know. So I'm excited about that. I'll go ahead and spill a couple of things in that book.
Okay, please do. Spill it.
One is actually being there in that moment. And I know that we hear it all the time of, okay, be in the moment, be present, as a meditation type of mantra. But it's true. If you're in that moment, you realize, oh my gosh, this is what I'm feeling right now. This is what I'm hearing right now. And I tell a story about when I was in a company meeting, I was asked to go and I was like, okay, I'll go. And I went and I realized just how jazzed I get when our leaders talked about careers and do we have the right people and how can we support development? And I am not a trainer by any means, that is not my gift, but having that conversation about do we have the right people in the right space? I was just jazzed and I just wanted to talk. And I gave that some thought and I realized whenever these types of conversations come up, Nicole, I'm always like excited. I want to do more and I want to help more. And I dug, into that more because I'm also spiritual gift aware. And I wanted to make sure, what, this is interesting because I think about my spiritual gift and I think about my professional gift and they both align. Mm-hmm. They're not different. No matter where I go, it always follows me and I have the opportunity to use that gift to serve employees and talent and businesses wherever I go. It's not a ministry. It's a way to help support people where they are in their career to help them grow. Yes. So one that I would definitely share, and I'm happy to share that, is just be in that moment. What is it that gets you jazzed? What is it that you're like, I want to learn more. I want to talk more about it. This really sounds similar to what it is that I know my spiritual gift is. That's a huge thing. However, it can be complex because sometimes we confuse passion with purpose.
Ah, yes.
And if I can talk about that a little bit, passion comes and goes, and we shouldn't mistake that for purpose. That's always ours, and it's always there. And there's a thing about purpose where you can get jazzed more so than you're like, oh my gosh. Once you embrace it, of course, you're going to have your days where there's frustration, but it's your purpose and you're still going to stick with it no matter what. Mm-hmm. With passion, it's like, oh, today I want to make ABC. And then 2 years later, I'm tired of that. I want to fly to 10 places a month. It all changes, but yes, that purpose does not change. And That's one mistake that we often, trip over is, oh, it's my passion, so I've got to do this. That's great. What is your purpose? And can
Right.
it actually be intertwined? One can actually feed off the other, but it is two totally different things. So there's a different type of awareness in that
Absolutely.
sense. Yeah.
Yes, and most of our audience that are connected with Inspire Ignited know a little bit of my story, but very much aligned with exactly what you are saying to our audience today. I come from a background in which I have a servanthood style purpose. I love serving people. I mean, I don't care if it's serving them with sandwiches or serving them with what I do and love right now, and with the VA agency and inspiring people to go to another level. And so, absolutely, I wake up every day and I'm like, yes, what's going on today? And very likely to you said, I have many gifts and talents, but some of those are not aligned with the purpose. So sometimes those things are like, I don't want to do that today. Like,
Yeah, that's perfect. That's very well said. We have so many things that we can do and we want to do, but is it aligned with what our purpose is? And can it be used in conjunction with what our purpose is? Sometimes we can do that too. Um,
yes.
but that reminds me of one of my favorite books is called Strengths Finder. The
Mm,
Strengths Finder focuses on what are your top strengths, and that's one of the things that I use to help me find my professional purpose. And seeing how it aligned with my spiritual purpose. But in this book, it talks about we're always trying to be better at so many things. Where are we weak? We need to be better here. We're weak there too. We need to be better. And we're wasting all of our energy and time on trying to be strong and use everything
everything. Mhm.
when the world is waiting on us to use that thing, that one thing, and to keep building that one thing or those, in StrengthsFinder's case, those 5 top things, focus on that instead of trying to do 35 different things that, you're really good at it. You're trying to be
Right.
strong or you're weak at that. And we waste our time.
Yes. And I imagine when we talk about health and especially mental health, just being sporadic and all over the place, trying to fill every other need and void, uh,
Yes.
I can imagine is a huge, I mean, that's probably a whole nother conversation. But I do want to ask,
It is huge. Yes.
where do you find your inspiration daily? I know that that's a huge thing, especially with people looking to transition careers, especially for entrepreneurs. Having that inspiration on a daily basis to get up and go, where do you find that?
Yeah. So for me, I love videos. And I'm glad you asked that question because it's important that we all find what is that thing that
Yes.
inspires us, motivates us, that lights fire under us to keep us going when we do have those down moments or days. And I would have to say videos that actually feed me or push me. Those are the things that inspire me. So YouTube is my friend. I love YouTube. Hearing some great speeches, listening to, even if it's a great promo, I love doing that. Or, quick sessions, 5-minute sessions, 10-minute sessions that others are doing, and video blogs. I think it's vlogs.
Yes, yes.
Those are the things that get me amped up. I have, a young man, his name is Nico, and he does video blogs. And when I say young, this man is probably 21 years old, but
Mhm.
he's always putting nuggets in there to help inspire me. So I follow him, and it's like, yep, I got to get up and I got to do it. And
Yeah.
he made his latest one. He talks about this is what you're getting up for. Like
Mhm.
maybe you should put that everywhere you look. So I thought, you know what? I can put it on my phone. So instead of an alarm that goes off at whatever time, I have this alert on my phone that says, congratulations for finishing that article, or great job reaching, 1,500 people today. So it's that, yeah, all right, I need to get up so I can
Right.
support more people. So those are the things that inspire me, things like that.
I love that, especially you mentioned that it reminds me just celebrating the wins, right?
Yep,
Even the
yep.
small wins that lead up to the larger victories, celebrating those. And we are in a day and age, we have Spotify, YouTube, Pandora. I mean, there's so many ways that we can get inspirational content, like you stated. So
Mhm.
very true. Yes. Okay, so I'm not going to take up too much more of your time, guys. Again, I'm so happy to have Hope here. Those with Inspire and United know that we will put in links and details all below that you will be able to see and follow Hope. One last thing I want to ask, books. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
So I know you have books. I know you have material. Please, please share where, how, give us the info.
I do have books. You know what? I have 3 books. My first book, it's called Rush. Again, coming out with a 2nd edition soon. So I'm super excited. So that book, I actually was very transparent about myself, who I am. It was tough, but when I released it, I realized, you know what, this is helping someone else. And then when I got comments to say, oh my gosh, I didn't know anybody else went through this, or thank you for sharing. Oh my gosh, I thought I was the only one. So that's a hint that I gave some information out there about finding my purpose, how creepy it was for
Yes.
me at first, what it felt like, and all the tools that I use to, confirm. And sometimes we see it, we know it. It's like, but we want one more confirmation. Okay,
Yes.
one more confirmation. And so all of these things that help me, I'm sharing those tips in Rush.
Oh.
The other one, and I'll explain Rush because some people think, oh, you got to hurry up and do it. That's not what I mean by rush. When I say rush, it's that feeling like there's a rush that comes over you, like this is who I am and why I'm here. And I'm excited that this is chosen for me, and I'm the one that can help serve others this way. The other book that I wrote is 7 Women, 7 Words. So I was asked to write a book with 6 other women, and we were given 7 words. So in each of the words, I talked about some type of career experience and how it got me, where I am. So I'll share a quick story. One story was about me. My name is Hope for a reason. My mother passed away when I was just a few months old. She was diagnosed with cancer. So my entire Southern family, everybody, aunts, uncles, cousins, nieces, nephews, everybody gets together to decide what my name's going to be. And it's Hope, in hopes that my mom and I would live. I lived. So that's another thing. It's a matter of, okay, there's a reason. I'm not unhappy that I lived.
Right.
But I am curious, like, why did I live? What's my purpose? What's my stake in the game? So I talk about that in Rush. So that's just how transparent that is. But in 7 Women, 7 Words, I also talk about it. And I talk about how I don't have to be that woman that people expect me to be because I had a loss early in life. Now, I absolutely support women that have gone through challenges and have similar losses like I have, and live a different life than I have. We're all different and beautifully amazing.
Right.
But it's none of us are what you expect. So I talk about that. You're the story. You define who you are, despite what happened in your past. So it's a little bit of that finding and being who that is. In 7 Women, 7 Words. And so I talked about, corporate experiences and how it made me felt and all those type of things. So each woman was different. It was kind of cool. And we all told stories that are true. And I remember when we met for the first time all together, we were on each other like, is that the truth?
Right.
Did this happen? Like, remember, people are reading this and they need us to be honest in order so they can grow too.
Yes.
The third and the last book that I wrote is called Workday Catalyst. Most exciting book to me.
Okay.
It's huge. Let me show you. It's a huge book. And I'm glad that you're sharing the links, because I spill some of the things in this book, but it's not a novel. So for people like me who are not readers, don't be afraid.
Okay.
What it is, it gives about 5 sentences a day. So before you walk into the office, or in our cases, in this hybrid environment, you log into Zoom, you read that 1 page and it gives you a tip or gives you inspiration for that day on how you can advance in your career or find your purpose in your career. But it gives you something to help push you forward and up that day, and to keep doing. So it's not 365 pages. It's more of Workday. So it doesn't give you those tips on Saturday, Sunday, or whatever your weekend may be. It may be Tuesday, Thursday, whatever your weekend may be. It's for your work day before you go into work. Now, I will say, I do have readers that say, I've completed the book. It's like, oh, you did. And they're really excited, but it's there to support you before every work day. And some of those, and the reason I said I'm happy that you're going to share the link, because on my Instagram page, what I do is I share a magnificent Monday. So besides a wonderful Monday or great Monday, one day I just said, you know what, let's make it a magnificent Monday. It's the beginning of the week for most people. How can we start this? And so sometimes I share those tips. Sometimes I share things that are not even in Workday Catalyst, but something to help make it a magnificent Monday for people. Right. So those are the 3: Rush, 7 Women, 7 Words, and Workday Catalyst.
Awesome. Well, I am so excited again to have you join us. I can't wait. I am actually going to plug in that Workday Catalyst excited me as well as did Rush. And so I can't wait to purchase my orders. Again, links will be below. All make sure you go like, follow, subscribe, do what you need to do to connect with Hope, because you already see she gave us some nuggets here, but I'm excited to continue to get them from you. So awesome. Thank you again, Hope, for joining us on Inspired and Ignited. We greatly appreciate your presence and love what you're doing, not only for the community, but for the world as a whole. You stated that you are working on a global level, and we appreciate that, because here at Inspired and Ignited, we don't look at just the America, but we know that we are people as a whole. And so on a global status, we want everyone to do better in advance. So thank you.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed it. I'm inspired about what you and your organization is doing as well.
Well, thank you. Awesome. Well, we look forward to having you again. Thank you, Inspired and Ignited guests, for following along. See you next time.